Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a small haul. It's a bit warm. It wasn't too bad at the car boot sale this morning. It got a bit muggy by the time I did all of Easter Compton and then 2/3 of Trench Lane. So I've been to 2 boot sales this morning. And after I'd done 2/3 of Trench Lane, I was like, I'm done. I'd already walked the dogs before I went out, so my legs were knackered. I was hot and sweaty and muggy. I had a lemonade ice lolly from the ice cream van. That was nice, but it was £2. Did you know that ice lollies from the ice cream van are £2 now? It was like £2, love. I was like, is it? Are you sure? Anyway, I've got a small haul. Bear in mind, this is 2 boot sales worth. It is not a large haul, look. But I am very much not buying as much at the moment. There is a plan in the works to change bedrooms again. There is a plan in the works for me to swap bedrooms with Natalie, to have the larger room so that I've got more space to work and hopefully get my act together a bit more, because it desperately needs pulling together. So maybe in a few weeks' time, we'll get that sorted. I'll have a little bit more space to work in, and hopefully I'll get my mojo back, because I've still got death pile. I'm managing to keep up with what I'm buying, because I'm not buying so much. I'm listing it as it comes in. It comes in on the Sunday. I list it by the Monday evening. That's fine, but I'm resolutely ignoring the death pile. So, so yeah, I need to get my mojo back and get working on that. In the meantime, let me show you what I bought today. My most expensive purchase today was from Trench Lane. It was the first thing I bought when I got there, and it was a pair of DMs. It is extremely rare for me to buy Doc Martens. It's extremely rare for me to spend £20 in one item. But I knew that £20 was a good price for these. They are Mika. They are the Mika Archive sandals. And they originally retailed £129. They went down to £49 in the sale, but they are no longer available. So £20 was a very good price for these. Looking at sold, people are getting between 50 and 80. So yeah, so they're not a massive, huge profit on 20 quid, but they are a profit. So quite pleased with those. And like I said, rare for me to spend that much in one hit, but I just thought that's a good price. Other people would buy that. I thought I channeled all the other people, and all the other people would have bought it. So I did. We're very random on the table. We're not set up for one particular boot sale or the other, so I'll just pick up the next heaviest item and show you, which is a stack of Denby linen. I have 3 side plates. It was £2 a lot. Look, there's a little sticker on there, £2 a lot. This was from Sue's table. 3 side plates, and then 4 of the salad size or lunch plates, and then 2 dinner plates. You don't need to pick them all up, do you? I've sold Denby linen plenty of times before. It's one of those people buy spares and repairs to replace ones that they've dropped or whatever. So the large plate's probably 12, the medium plate's probably 8, 9, and the side plate's probably 6 or 7. So 1, 2, 3. Call it 3 at £6. If we do a conservative estimate, 3 at £6 on the side plates, that's 18. 4 at a conservative £8 is another 32. So 32 and 16 is 48. Did I say 16 or 18? I said 18. 32 and 18 is 50. And call it a conservative 10 on the dinner plates, another 20 quid. 70 quid for £2. I will take that all day long. We'll leave those there. I paid £1 for a Port Miriam, Holly and the Ivy plate, I suppose. Dish, I don't know. It's an unusual, slightly deep, unusual for a side plate. It might be an ornamental. I'm not entirely sure. But I paid £1 for that. And I paid £2 for a pile of Phonics Biff, Chip and Kippers. So there's 4 of the large stories and activities books that have stickers in. One of them has the stickers partly used, the other 3 do not. And then there's 4 of the Read with Oxford short stories books in stages 1, 2 and 3 there. And then sandwiched in the middle is also a Help Your Child to Read instructional. £2 for all of that. And then a lady said all the books are 3 for 50p each. So I picked up something new at the Borrow a Bookshop. This was a Poundland special, apparently. I have not heard of this author, Kylie Dunbar. Not heard of her, but it says, for fans of Jenny Colgan and Trisha Ashley, and I enjoy both of those writers. So, escape to the delightful Clove Law in this romantic, heartwarming read. Joy Foley, along with her 5-year-old daughter, Radia Pearl, is the latest holidaymaker to run the Borrow a Bookshop. Yet no one knows that Joy can't settle down anywhere. Moving on keeps her safe. But when Radia befriends Monty Bickley... Why don't people ever have normal names in books these days? the new cook at the Siren's Tail pub, Joy finds herself growing closer to him and the quirky Devon coastal village. While Joy settles into the bookshop, Lady of the Manor... Sorry, I can't even do it. Lady of the Manor Araminta Clove... I can't do it! Lady of the Manor Araminta Clove Congreve is struggling with her new wedding business, possibly because nobody can ring her up because they can't pronounce her name. Araminta Clove Congreve. As Joy finds her heart softening by the magic of Clove lore, can her new friends and Monty be enough to convince Joy to stop running? I can't quite get past Araminta Clove Congreve, to be honest, but we'll give it a go. And then the other 5 that I got, I spent £1. The other 5 books are all Flat Stanley. Good old classic Flat Stanley. So we've got the original Flat Stanley book. Do you remember Flat Stanley? And he woke up one morning completely... No, he didn't wake up, did he? He got flattened by something. What flattened him? A big bulletin board. Arthur pointed to Stanley's bed. Across it lay the enormous bulletin board that Mr. Lamtrop had given the boys a Christmas ago so they could pin up pictures and maps, messages and maps. It had fallen during the night on top of Stanley, but Stanley was not hurt. In fact, he would have still been sleeping if he had not been woken by his brother's shout. "What's going on here?" he called out cheerfully from beneath the enormous board. Mr. and Mrs. Lamtrop hurried to lift it from the bed. "Heavens," said Mrs. Lamtrop. "Gosh," said Arthur, "Stanley's flat." "As a pancake," said Mr. Lamtrop. "Noblest thing I've ever seen." "Let's all have breakfast," Mrs. Lamtrop said. So Flat Stanley, and then we've also got Invisible Stanley, Stanley Flat again, Stanley in Space, Stanley and the Magic Lamp. He's a boy that just keeps on having adventures, isn't he? So all 6 of those books for £1. Araminta Clove Congreve. Good God. And then while I was still in book mode, I also got Diane Atkinson, Rise Up Women, The Remarkable Lives of the Suffragettes. This cost me £2. It is a first edition, and first editions have sold on eBay for $19.99. I might very carefully read this and then sell it on. I think that'll be interesting. Audiobooks, always buy audiobooks. I said to the lady, "How much for this?" And she said, "Oh, I'm selling them together. It's £2 for both." And I was like, okay, fair enough. I didn't want this. This is only a 3-book set. This has Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, James and the Giant Peach, and the BFG in it. I didn't want that, but actually that one's complete. The one I wanted was this one, and of course it turns out not to be. It is missing Matilda, Disc 4, read by Kate Winslet. Now, the reason I've written the narrator on there, because there's more than one edition of these Roald Dahl's audiobooks. They were re-released with different narrators, and so if I find a spare disc to make it up, I want to make sure it's the right narrator, don't I? You don't want to be listening to David Suchet and suddenly having to turn into Stephen Fry. It'll confuse you no end. Especially if Kate Winslet turns into Stephen Fry. One disc missing out of that. As you know, I've picked up so many of these recently that I've definitely got spares. Hopefully, I've got a spare of Matilda Disc 4. If not, I can use that one for spares and make up one of my other sets into a set. I got a Bop It for £1. I'm no good at Bop It, but it does work. How do you make it start? See, I'm no good. I die immediately. Let's try again. I did twist it. I died. So yeah, complete with batteries. And that was £1. That was on Steve's stall, and that's the only thing I bought from Steve today was that and this was £2. And this is not for me. I'll show you this at the end, actually. From the same lady as the audiobooks, I paid 50p for a Denby flan dish, Denby quiche dish, in Imperial Blue, I believe that is. Oh, go away, large fly. Leave whence you came. Oh, he missed the window. Why is it flies can come in through a window but not get out through the same one? 50p for an Emma Bridgewater cake tin. This is the smaller one. I've sold the bigger one for 25 quid before, and I'm not sure what I'll get on the smaller one. But this is in much better condition than the larger one I sold. The larger one I sold had a bit of rust going on. So, yeah, who knows? I'll definitely get more than 50p, undoubtedly. And I paid £1 for a Star Wars Merry Force Be With You. Merry Christmas jumper. That is a boys 11 to 12, but I suppose it would also be unisex, wouldn't it? There's no law that says girls can't wear a Star Wars Christmas jumper. After all, you do you, boo. So yeah, this is the last thing. This is the thing I said I'd show you last. I got it on Steve's stall. It was £2. It's not for me. There is a lady on Instagram. Her business is Parrot and Parsnip, and she makes the most wonderful backpacks and stuff like that, and she makes them out of reclaimed vintage tapestries, embroideries.
I'm really excited to see the inside of this bag. Or should I say the outside, actually? This is one of those perfect examples, I think, of when the bag kind of chooses itself.
This is a, what is it called when it is a fabric collage? I cannot think what the word is, but that's what this is. Look at it. It's absolutely stunning. A lot of work has gone into this. I don't know if you can see all the detail. And the reason you can see it's handmade is because all the stitching is there on the back. So you can see that it's been handmade. So much work has gone into this. And there's little bits of tools stitched on. So you can see he's got his little spade there you can pull out, and then it holds on like that. Most of the little tools are missing. I think that's the only piece that's left that you can pull out. I'm going to move the camera so that you can see it properly. So a huge amount of work has gone into this. There are lots of different bits. You've got the mountains at the top there with the sun, and then the workers in the farm, and the oxen, and then coming further down we've got sheep here, I think, sheep and goats, and then there's the village, look, and all the little people. See, some of them have got these little bits of bamboo that hold the tools. There's the tool that I showed you a minute ago that pulls out. But most of them have only got the little bamboo bits. They haven't got the tools still hooked in. This chap here has obviously lost the one he was carrying, and so has she. But yeah, you come further down, there's more sheep and goats and all sorts. Some chickens there. And it's just been hand stitched. Somebody's put applique is the word I was searching for. Somebody's put hours and hours and hours of work into this. And the lady that I mentioned, Parrot and Parsnip, is working very hard preserving the kind of stuff like this that people have put hours of work into. So I'm really hoping that she'll be able to do something interesting with this. I saw it for £2 and I was like, I know what I can do with that. I know who I can send that to. That's it. That is my haul. That is the haul and all of the haul for today. Nothing very exciting, but I didn't spend very much money, apart from the 20 quid on the DMs, and I think it was worth that. Thank you for joining me as always. If you've seen anything you like, drop me a line, but things are hitting eBay a lot quicker, so it might be worth looking on my eBay to see if it's there before you email me. And I will see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.